Hello everyone, the 316 here with another WWE review video. I have here the 2019 Bret Hitman Hart Ultimate Edition figure. I don't know what this originally retailed for. I think it was like 30 bucks, but I found mine at a thrift store for $15. So I figured why not? I don't know how good or bad this figure is, but for 15 bucks, might as well grab it. Bret Hart's pretty cool. At least his in-ring ability lately, he's been kind of on a tear, if you will, on like interviews and stuff. Just kind of like saying some weird shit he probably doesn't need to be saying. But yeah, it's a nice box, I will say. And what I do like is if you cut along the edge here, you can open it up like this, and then you can see here that it has a little bit of a quote here. And on the bottom as well, the excellence of execution. And on the top, this one's upside down, but best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, let's go ahead and properly open him up. No problem getting him out of the box, but you know, it doesn't seem like much when you have it all out of the box. It's just anyway, out of the box now. We can take a look at those accessories. Interestingly, he has swappable arms. That's something I only really see with McFarlane. They never done swappable arms, but they're easy to pop out and pop in another figure. But yeah, so he has the jacket arms here, and he also has two arms for. Actually, it goes this way. Yeah, you'd think they'd be pre-twisted and packaged so that you'd know which side goes on which side, but that. Wait, what the heck happened with this one? Oh, I see, it's the elbow here. Yep. Wait, what? It doesn't want to bend at all. That's not good. Okay, it's definitely the right way, but yeah, there ain't no bend in this elbow, man. It's like broken or something. Yeah, I'm not going to try to bend that. Let's see how this one does. Similarly, this one hardly bends. It does bend. The other one doesn't, though. Alright, so we'll check out those arms in a bit. He has 3 different head sculpts. Let's take a look at these two. And I see the likeness in the eyes. Like, I think the eyes look okay. But there's just something wrong with these mouths. Like, they gave him like a... Like, look at this jawline. Like, what's going on there, man? Like, he looks more like a hippie. Also, this hair's kind of in the way. The eyes definitely look good, but they just completely messed up that bottom portion of the face. Looks nothing like him. All the hair sculpts, I believe, are the same. They have this stupid, like, I don't know what to call it. Just like, it just doesn't look good. It looks like Venom symbiote. And then the third head sculpt, I might as well show that off while it's here. Third head sculpt has the pair of glasses on, which are removable. And I think this is probably my least favorite of the head sculpts. Has the most likeness, though, if you ask me. Ugh, that's a bad angle. Maybe I spoke too soon. Popping the head off is easy. Let's see, let's do the one where he's not smiling. That's a good one to start with. I think I got the head on there all the way. It's not looking too great. Let's put the glasses on, which is a separate piece, thankfully. Try to get that underneath there. It doesn't want to go on all the way, but yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Actually, the likeness looks better with the glasses on. I don't even know if this is supposed to have the glasses on. It definitely fits in there, but it's a very tight fit, and the glasses, as you can see, there's a hole in between where the eyes are, so it doesn't go on all the way. I don't mind that. That looks decent. Let's try the glasses on the last head sculpt, which I think is my favorite. I'll just do that off camera. Alright, head sculpt's on. You know, he kind of looks drunk with this head sculpt. You'll see in a sec. Ooh. That's not good. So there's a sticker on these rubber glasses. And when I put it on this head sculpt, it started to peel a little. So be careful with the glasses. You can kind of see It's starting to peel. That's not a good sign. You can pull the hair back a little bit, but it's not great. Okay, this might be actually the worst head sculpt of the three, especially with the glasses on. Yeah, that just does not look good. I'm not a fan of that head sculpt. Yikes. Let me get these glasses off, and I'll just keep them off for the rest of the review and put on this kind of stoic looking head. Yikes. Alright, and then let's take a look at that jacket before we swap them out. But it's a nice looking jacket. It's accurate to that particular image on the back of the box. Doesn't have anything on the back of his jacket, but the paint on the shoulder as well as the forearms looks pretty good. It's uniform. It doesn't look like it's too out of where it's supposed to be. And, you know, you don't get much articulation because of those shoulder pieces, but it does morph a little bit so that you can get decent poses with the jacket on at the very least. To take the jacket off, it's actually connected at the front here. A little bit poorly. It's just one of those plugs. And then you can open up to see his singlet. And then if you want to take the arms off, I'm going to see if I can do this on camera. I'm guessing you just pull it out. Did not like how that felt, but yeah, you just pull it out. And then, now that you have one arm out, you could just take this off as is. That looks kind of funny with the arm there. And then let me make sure I got it on the right side, yes. And it ports in very easily, the arms do. Don't mind that. And then, let's get these bitch slap hands. Like his bitch slapping Bret Hart, or Goldberg, not Bret Hart. This is Bret Hart. Why would he bitch slap himself? Anyway. You know, with these particular arms on, it doesn't look too bad. I'm not a big fan of the singlet though, how it's cut. For some reason mine seems to be off to the side and does not want to move at all. So okay, I got it a little bit more centered. Looks a little bit better, but yeah, paint wise it looks great. Very good actually. The logo looks decent, although there is a little bit of a, I'm guessing from movement, a little bit of paint rub. Not the best. And the singlet paint does go all the way up there. Not to his hair, but everywhere else. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Look at all that paint on there. That's crazy. I hardly ever see that on, like, other figure lines. And that arm still doesn't want to bend, so he's going to look stupid. He wants uppies now. Yeah, the side of the legs here, it's got all the skulls painted on, the black stripes, the squiggly lines. Is there anything painted on the knee pad proper? Oh yeah, even the knee is painted. Look at that. There's paint on the knee joint. That's pretty good. And then the boots, of course, they're painted as well. A lot of pink and black attack. Even got the stars on the sides. Yeah, they did a pretty good job with the paint work on here, I must say. That is the redeeming quality of this particular figure. And yeah, he looks good. I mean, the head sculpts aside, this is what I would expect in an Ultimate Edition. But speaking of, why don't we take a look at that articulation? So I believe this is one of the first Ultimate Edition figures, so it is missing some articulation. I feel like I got the arms on backwards, but I'm fairly confident I don't have them on backwards. Yeah, because the curve would go that way, right? Well, what would it look like if I did it this way? Yeah, that would be on backwards. They ain't no way that's... Right? Yeah, this is on right. It's on right, because, yeah. Yes, okay. It's definitely on right. Articulation-wise, depending on the head sculpt, might be a little bit different, but all of them should be able to do something like this. His head is kind of high up on that neck joint. I do have it in all the way, so... Yeah, it gives you an idea of the articulation there, but I'm wondering if they reused this upper joint from somebody else. Arms-wise, they can go past that straight line just a little bit. I'd show you the elbow bend, but for some reason these are like glued. Like, they're very stiff. I'm not going to break the figure, I don't want to. This one can bend a little bit more, at least on the top section. The bottom section still... Oh, bottom section's moving. With the elbow joint on, it's not much. Elbow joint, with the elbow pad, rather. And then, of course, you got the hands. They spin, and they do that. All the hands do that. And then articulation in the upper here. It's not too bad. It might scrape the paint, so if you care about the paint rub, don't articulate him too much. But yeah, he doesn't bend forward a lot or backward a lot, just like a McFarlane figure. And then the waist does spin all the way. No butterfly joint, so he can't go forward and back. And then leg-wise, splits aren't too bad. I've done other WWE figures that have worse splits than this, actually. But again, do be warned, paint rub. These is rubbing right up against it. You might see some pink or black or white wear. And then kick forward on both legs is the same. You could probably do a decent sitting down pose, or, you know, the walls, not walls. What's it called? Sharpshooter. Yeah, you could... Speaking of sharpshooter, let's take a look at them legs. Yeah, so he's got 360 on the thigh swivel, and then double jointed knees, which are actually pretty good with that knee joint on there. You could probably get a little bit more out of it, depending on how you have that position, but pretty good. And then the boots swivel. The boots, they have a little bit of hinge, but not much. They, of course, have an up and down. There's the down. There's the up. And they have toe bend. Although, you know, with boots, they don't toe bend all that much. So, while it's nice to have on the figure, it's not completely accurate. But anyway, scale-wise, size comparisons, time. He stands at almost 7 inches tall. He's closer to like 6 and, I don't know, 9/10 maybe inches. Or I guess 11/12, whatever the, whatever. One thing I want to do real quick is see if he can hold his glasses in his hand, because, you know, if that's starting to already strip, it might just be easier to put those in his arm here. He can hold them, but it's kind of hard. Kind of gives me like Marty McFly, Doc vibes. Yeah, it comes out very easily though, but not gonna do anything but the usuals today. Don't feel like doing anything else. But there's Bret Hart with, you know, all the usual suspects, and Boba's back there. He's just hidden, and he's a little bit taller than John Cena and Samoa Joe. I think Bret Hart is actually shorter than both of those people. I know that Cena and Joe, I think, are like 6'2", 6'3"-ish. But yeah, you know, I was expecting this figure to be a lot worse, but I'm really impressed by the paint job, the alternate arms and jacket piece. The head sculpts, this one just, I mean, these two, they don't look all that good. This one especially. This one just looks like he's drunk, like I had a little too much. Or no, this is after Goldberg kicked him in the head and gave him a concussion. But yeah, I like this figure more than I was expecting, and the fact I only paid $15 for it, I can't complain. But if you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell. It all helps out the channel. And if you want more wrestling videos, just let me know. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.